Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Red EDC. Well, today we're going to take a look at a Puma. It is the Puma SGB Whitetail Featherweight. Yes, that's a mouthful. But I tell you what, guys, it's a pretty cool little lockback knife. Now, the Puma does come to me courtesy of my good friends at smkw.com. So thank you very much to them for sending this one out for us to check out. It is also one of the ones that you all requested for review and eventually giveaway. So keep that in mind as well. So let's zoom out and let's take a quick look at it. Now we've definitely got that classic lockback pattern with a little bit of a modern twist, because you'll see that the Puma SGB Whitetail here has G10 handle scales. I found that pretty interesting. I actually like it. Some very, very good texturing on that G10. There, of course, is your Puma SGB logo. But yeah, I mean, check out the texturing on that handle, and it is super grippy. Not overly, like bothersome aggressive, but man, can you get a wicked grip on that. There's your lockback. Of course, you have a lanyard hole, stainless pocket clip for right hand tip up carry. Do not have recessed screws on this one. Now you look at the pins stand proud of the liners a little bit. Not too bad, but they are proud. Now, of course, when we're talking about that aggressive milling there on the G10, that does come into play with the pocket clip a little bit, because as you'll see, the pocket clip does rest right on that milling, so it's not bad in and out of pocket, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, but it definitely, you can definitely feel it. You got a nice long pull there to open it up. The pull is not overly strong. I'll probably give it a 5 on the pull. No half stop, as you can see. Get it open up. You see you've got a nice clip point, satin finished 4116 stainless blade. And you can see that this one was actually punched for an HRC test. But I know I know you all saw that right away. Yes, there is quite a bit of billboarding going on. Now, does billboarding affect the operability of the knife? Not at all. It does definitely affect the aesthetics, and I personally do prefer a much cleaner blade, but in this case, we do have quite a bit going on. As you see there, the SGB Whitetail Featherweight. It is made in Germany as well, along with that German steel on it. Got some nice jimping there on the spine of the blade, and you will also notice that your spine is crowned. Now, I know some people might think, well, that kind of defeats the purpose for, fire steel and stuff. Yeah, you are correct. But with all the jimping that's there, I just really like the look of that crown spine. I think it looks really good. Nice swedge on your clip there. Really nice satin finish. Really good looking blade. Choil, we don't really have a choil to speak of. So I know all you modders out there that like the choils will probably be putting one of those in, which is awesome. I just got my new KME, so I'm going to try You know, I had an old 110 that I was using, and that was the first knife I ever put on my cami, and I noticed I was hitting the plunge here a bit. So that choil, you know, definitely might not be a bad thing, or I just really need some more practice before I would attack a really good knife with my cami, and that's definitely the case. I've been talking to BJ. He's my mentor. He's my cami mentor. Let's take a look at some specs here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, about 7 3/8. Overall, you're going to have about a 4, right about a 4 1/4 inch handle. And then, of course, that's going to give you roughly about a 3 1/8 inch blade. We're just shy of that 1/4 inch mark. And a cutting edge of right about 3 inches on this. And then, of course, your grip length. Your natural grip length is almost 4 inches. And that's how it looks in my 3 3/4 inch hand. And you can always scoot up a little bit to get a little bit more. But as you can see, I can easily get a full 4-finger grip on it. Let's do some size comparisons. Well, we know our PM2 is pretty much going to dwarf it, but I'll just throw it out there real quick. I mean, yeah, PM2 is a much larger knife. Let's check out the bug out. But the bug out, yeah, that's pretty good. Bug out is a pretty decent, they're right there together. But I also have this buck 55 here, which is a smaller knife. So we'll just kind of throw that up there just to see how much smaller. And it is. Not a bad, you know, it kind of gives you an idea of what the buck 55 looks like in relation to it. Now, this is where I was fairly impressed because it's called a featherweight. And the first time I grabbed this knife, I thought it was really light for its size. Official, they're saying 2.4. Let me double check that. I believe they said 2.4 on the weight. Yep. And hey, it's there. It's right on. It's really got a nice weight to it. It's not heavy at all for its size. 2.4 ounce, and what do we say? A little over a 3-inch blade. So that's not bad. Not bad at all. Now the pocket clip. As you can see there, did you hear that? You can kind of hear it dragging across there. I mean, it's not hard in and out of pocket, but it definitely, obviously with the tension of the clip on that rough G10, it's going to have a tendency to, excuse me, going to have a tendency to cause some wear. Not super deep carry, but not too bad. Pretty much about our standard 1/2 inch sticking out of the pocket there, so not too bad at all. Overall, guys, I'm really digging this. I am really digging the SGB featherweight. Whitetail featherweight, excuse me. It's got some nice aesthetics to it, with the exception of the billboarding. I know. But the crown spine, the jimping, the satin finish on the blade really does look good. If they would just cut down on all that wording, it would look even better. Honestly, the G10, the handle, it feels really good in handle. That pocket clip does stand a little high, and I can definitely feel the pocket clip in my grip. And if I was going to use it for a long period of time, I could, the pocket clip would probably start to get annoying. Honestly, it probably would. But for just, you know, your regular everyday cuts that you're going to be doing, it's not too bad. Not really an issue, I don't believe. Like I said, it does feel good. That the texturing on the G10, fantastic grip. I mean, my thumb, look, I'm white knuckling that, and my thumb's not moving. So you are definitely going to have a terrific grip. I think that's going to be really good if you use this knife in a wet environment. Overall, definitely solid. The two things I will nitpick, and that's exactly what they are. Well, we already know about the billboarding. Yes, it would look much better without all that. No question asked. I know here it might be a little harder on the texturing, but I wouldn't mind seeing those pins a little bit more flush. I mean, I think it would just make it look cleaner. And of course, you know, the pocket clip does stand high enough that really those screws on the pocket clip aren't really going to cause an issue, and they don't. You know, your issue, so to speak, is going to be down here with the tension of that pocket clip. But, you know, it's just a cleaner look if they're flush. Really, yeah. Anything I would say, quote unquote, negative is really a nitpick. With the exception of the blade. I would like to see that a little bit cleaner. But other than that, it's a really nice little knife. I know I've shown it a couple of times when I did the unboxing, and I believe I've shown this on SKL, and it always gets some really good comments, and, you know, deservedly so. It's a really nice little knife. Blue gave it an 8. He gave it an 8 because of that. Really? Or he said if the blade would have been cleaner, it would have been pretty much an 8.5. And I think that's fair. Really nice little knife. And guys, these currently sell on SMKW for 39 bucks. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And of course, I will leave a link down in the comments so you can, or down in the description, excuse me, so you can check it out. But as always, guys, thank you very much for checking this out with me today. Thank you very much to smkw.com for sending this along. Remember, guys, this is one that's going to get given away, so keep your eyes open. As always, guys, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to y'all. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.